Hey YouTube, welcome back to part 4 of Modular Core Kit. This project that we're working on here, the MCK, the 24 to 48 hour survival resource pack system. We left off now at gloves, and gloves, it could be mainly of two different types. It could be like leather work gloves, but they can be kind of bulky though. I'd probably maybe opt with the lighter weight mechanics glove. You can just go with the original or the utility style mechanics gloves. But once again, though, if you do pick the leather gloves, you may want to actually store them on the outside, maybe attached in some manner to the waist bag or waist pack strap, instead of putting them inside the actual container pouch. Over to the right here, we have the next item, which is a small map of your area. It could be a map that you actually shrink down a little bit, or just in the immediate area. It doesn't have to be very large by any means, just enough to kind of orient yourself, to give yourself options, so that you know what direction to go in case you have to use that compass we talked about earlier. The next item would be an emergency food bars. Or, in my opinion, I would probably stay away from the so-called emergency stuff, and just get and put on a rotation your favorite energy and food bars. It could be protein bars, whatever they are, to give you a little energy. Probably maybe 2 or 3 of those at most would be put in your bag, just to kind of get you through the 1 to 2 days in case there was an emergency. I would probably rotate them every like 3 months or so, especially if they're in a vehicle. You may want to even rotate them more, but it's going to be a great option though, just to have something that's quick to eat on the go and something that you don't have to cook. The next item would be a picture of your loved ones. For morale, as a morale booster, there isn't anything better than looking and hearing the voice of a loved one. And that's why maybe on your phone you might want to have a few audio clips, and maybe even some video, even if they're just short videos of loved ones saying things to you, and to give you a little boost in case something ever happened that you need to draw energy from that. The next item would be signal mirror. The signal mirror could be also used for not just signaling, but as a mirror for medical reasons, to examine the body and body parts you can't see with the naked eye, and also to be useful for a host of other things in terms of getting attention, besides just trying to get attention from aircraft from above. So you could also use it for land to land, and also of course land to air. And the next item would be a copy of your main ID, which probably would be your driver's license. And that would be something that, it'd be good to have a redundancy of in case you did lose your wallet. And that's something that we don't really think about much, but that is an option to put in the pack. And lastly, we have one other thing, and it's going to be a small sealable plastic bag. It probably could be a Ziploc bag, and I get the highest quality possible, maybe more like a freezer bag, something that you could, or even maybe a purposely made a water bag. They have very small plastic water bags. They're like, and I'm not talking about the ones that are collapsible, because they might still be too bulky, but if you have room, you could include that. But I'm talking about just standing plastic, very collapsible folding bags that weighs almost nothing. You could always just use like a set of freezer bag. Now this concludes the Modular Core Kit, the MCK. I just want to thank you for joining me. I hope this helps. If anything, this could be at least one element of your pack or all your packs that will give you redundancy and standardization that we've talked about, so that at least you know what you have as a bare minimum capability in all your packs, and that you can be familiar with what you have, without having to have multiple systems that you have to constantly remind yourself and relearn and keep up with. So as always, thanks for watching. Be safe, and we'll catch you real soon.